Okay, so here I wanted to give a little bit more instructions about CSS. So once the website is built using HTML, a lot of time is spent on playing around with the CSS to make the website look pretty. And the graphic designer or the web designer will spend a lot of time doing that. But let me show you some basics. So let me go to one of the sites, zerpal.com, where I used to work, or actually at the time that I create this video, I actually still run the operations here. But so I right click, did edit CSS. Let's see how this website would look like without any CSS. Okay, this is how it would look like. So just everything that's placed on the HTML code over here. See, this site looks pretty clean, with the division class, division ID, list, links, paragraphs, and so forth. Okay, but it's really the CSS that made this content from looking like this to looking like this. So all the border, where things are placed, the background color, the font color, all that is done using CSS. So not only you can play around with this, but you can just delete the CSS and see how the website will look like. And this is actually what the Google robot would see. Something like this. Okay. All right. So if you're trying to learn how CSS works, this could be a good site because it has a pretty clean CSS. Another site that I really like is lunawebs.com. This is a web design company based in Utah. I actually know the guys here, but I really like how they put the site together. The site looks clean, clean interface. Everything just flows really well. It's not messy, and the beauty of this is they've done a really good job putting things together in a CSS format. So this will be a good site for you to study to see how they did it. Let's see how the site would look like without any CSS. Just a bunch of images, phone numbers, links, and doesn't look that nice, right? But once they did a CSS, now see how everything is looking good, streamlined, the footer, all these border, this is a beautiful looking website now. Right, so again, this is with CSS. You take out some CSS, and again, this is how it looks. So CSS is very, very powerful. Now, another site that you can go. So again, this site is lunawebs.com. Play around with it. They got a lot of pages here, so just go through. And if you want to see how some of the how the pages are made, just right click, click on view page source, also click on edit CSS and play around with it. Really the best way to learn is just by doing it. Here's another site, CSSZengarden.com. So let's see how this website will look without CSS. Okay, so that must be like an H1, H2 tag, paragraph, hyperlink, and so forth. Doesn't look very nice, does it? Okay, and if I right click and click on view page source, you will see that it just looks pretty standard. Division, they grouped certain content into a division and so forth, but looks pretty simple, right? Very simple, straightforward. It's not very long like CNN, but the beauty of this is they see how the website not even changing, but just by the CSS changing, let's see how the website would look different. So one person designed the CSS and exact same content, but now the site looks totally different, right? Let's try another one. Okay, looks completely different, right? And just where things are placed is all different. They move things around, right? But it's exactly the same website. If I go and edit CSS and just delete it and see how all of that looks exactly the same. So this is a good site just to show you how powerful CSS is. It's exactly the same website. Someone just put it in a new CSS and the site looks completely different. So again, you play around. I would say study these three sites and get a site that create in your mind how you want the site to look like, and then find a similar site and play around with it.